and we mark this point at a distance of 20 from the backside, so that you have marked this point. Now this point is to be joined to this corner, so you straight away join this corner, and now this you get the revised shape of the box after it is cut like this. So simple it is. So we have seen how to draw this box, which we have done. Now having done this much, now the next thing is, now you bring into picture the hole. The hole is now there. Suppose we have first ignored the hole and drawn the outer box. Now let us try to bring into picture this hole which is there. So now what will happen because of this hole? The hole is opening like this, and it is opening on inclined surface. So you have to draw this rectangular shape on the inclined surface. Now what do you do here? Now the job is simple. What all you have to do is, you have to measure certain distance. How that is to be measured? I'll just remove this. You have to measure this distance from here to here. Whatever is the distance from here to here, you measure in your divider, and that distance you mark from here to here. Okay. Same way, from maybe further from here to here, whatever the distance, that you mark here. So once you mark these distances, now we draw a line like this. But this line you draw parallel to this line, parallel to the base line which you have drawn, which is of course 30-degree line. So you draw a line like this from the 2 points which you have got here. So it is like a reference between these two lines. You have to draw the rectangle. Now we have drawn these lines. Now we need to draw vertical lines. So from where do you get vertical lines? So you measure this distance. Whatever this distance is there from here and here, these distances you mark these two sides. And once you mark them, now we draw a line like this. Now while drawing this line, these are parallel. This line is drawn from this point such that it is parallel to this line. Now this is not isometric line. Remember, this is isometric line, this is isometric line, this is isometric line, that 30-degree lines. But this line which is formed after it is cut, this is a line which is not isometric line. So therefore, even this line also is not going to be isometric, and this line also is not going to be isometric. This line is also not going to be isometric. So we have drawn all these lines, and once you draw them, you have formed the necessary outlet of the rectangular hole. This hole is coming out from this surface here, and the shape is like this. Fine. Now what is left is this corner. There is one corner here which is seen. So for that, from this corner you have to just draw a line which is isometric line of this type, parallel to this line, parallel to this line, parallel to this line. So you draw from here one line, and that will complete the job, and we have drawn the necessary figure. Correct? So I'll just remove the procedure so that you will have again a good look at the actual figure. So this is how the figure is, and we have learned how to draw it. Okay. So in this case, what we have learned is how to draw a surface which is a non-isometric surface. This surface is non-isometric surface, and we saw how to draw it. Now let's take another example. So this is another example. Now what this example says, this is some object. Now first thing is you have to of course imagine this object. So again, front view is given here, top view is given here. So this object, when you see from top, it is like this. So last time we have learned how to draw such figures. The only new thing here is that one thing is there is an inclined surfaces are there, and one there is a semicircular hole is there. So because of this semicircular hole, these two dotted lines have come when you see from top. Now how do we draw this? First of course you have to imagine how it will be, and then you have to start the drawing. And as you can see here, see what you can also do is you can think of the object one at a time. So let us concentrate only this much part. So don't look at this part. So I'll just hide this. Suppose you hide this. So you are concentrating only on this part and see how it looks like. So the way it is drawn, front view is like this, one dotted line here, and the top view is like this. Now there is no line here. It is seen, but there is no line here. So it is like a cutout. In fact, this line will come because it is an inclined surface. The surface is still here, so this line will be there. Yes, this is inclined surface. So you can interpret it how is this shape. Now once you have interpreted this shape how it is, then you move further here. Now in this part you can see this is the shape corresponding to these lines, but in addition there is one cutout like this. Now this cutout which is there, it is dark. That means from the top, from the front it is seen, then from the top also it is shown like this. That means these cutouts are on two sides. This inclined surface which is there, it is here and here. And in this case the inclined surface is at the middle. Because it is at the middle, when you see in this direction and get the front view, that time it is not seen, so it is dotted. So now what we do? We have understood the object except this part. The rest of the things are discussed. So you can draw this object and then we will see how to draw this. Because this is corresponding to this place, we know where the center of the arc, and we can even think of a half rhombus inside which it is fitted. That we will see as we go further ahead. There is one point O written here, meaning that you take this corner as the front corner, so that this side will come on the front, this side will go at the back. So we have already got the figure with us. So you can see this is how the figure will come. So these two cutouts are there, which are inclined. You can see them like this. So these two inclined surfaces, they are here. And this inclined surface is here, but then it is not seen, it has gone behind. So it is there, but it is not seen. Now comes the semicircular hole which is there. So let us see how that is drawn. So you can think of this part. So from this point to this point, we are going to fit semicircle. So all what you know is the diameter of the semicircle. By the dimensions you can get, this is one end of the semicircle, the other end is end of the semicircle, and we are going to draw semicircle by drawing two arcs. So there will be one arc, small arc here, and there will be one large arc here. So what you do is you draw this half rhombus like this by the dimensions, and then from the middle you draw this line, so that you come to know that from this point to this point you get the small arc, and from this point to this point you want to draw the larger arc. So if you know the ends of the arc, once you know the ends of the arcs, you know how to draw the arc. So now what we do is,